Okay, so hi guys and welcome back to another video. So yeah, today we're going to be making a Zombs Royale game, so let's get started. Let's name this Zombs Royale. Okay, so I've made all the sprites and backdrops. If you want, I'll just make another video on showing how I made this, but let's get started with the programming. Okay, so first of all is our player, which is basically us. And let's make the variables first. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made these. So there's player health, health booster X, health booster Y. I'll explain what these are, and I'll show player health and enemy. Yeah. Let's make it over here. So when flag. So what we're going to be doing is basically a player versus an enemy who will automatically shoot, and the player has to shoot the enemy. So when flag clicked, we'll have to set our player's health to 0. No, sorry. No, wait. We'll have to set our player health to, I'm going to keep it 10. You can keep it on any number you want. So yes, and then set gun 1 to 0. I'll explain that. So, and go to X0, Y0, we'll have to go to the center. Then we're going to be switch costume to idle. There are 3 costumes. One is idle, one is punching, and it's gunman, and one is, wait, I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, I'll tell you. So anyways, we're going to looks, switch costume to idle. Mean like we don't want to be punching or shooting when we start. Then we'll wait 1 second. That will be because in the start we'll have a screen like this. So yes, we'll have to wait 1 second while that shows, and then we will show. Okay, so now we go to forever. We'll point towards mouse pointer, like wherever our mouse pointer, this guy will fall in. And then yeah, if mouse down. Okay, so first of all we'll take an if then and block. Yeah, if mouse down. That means if we're clicking, it's basically meaning. Why isn't this showing? Wait a minute. Let's take it to front layer. Now let's see. Yeah. There's a problem. Oops. My mistake. I should have used full screen. Yes. So when mouse down, if mouse down, then switch costume to punch. And then we're going to be waiting 0.1 seconds. 1 second will be too much, and we have to wait because we have to bring our hands back and then punch again. And switch costume to idle. And then another if then block. Wait, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be inside this one. No, wait, I made a mistake here, because we're going to be adding the gun, and so for that, when we add the gun, you'll understand. If, like, we have to press once to get the punch one, or if we have the gun, then we'll be costume number 2. No, 3, sorry. Because if we have the gun, then we'll have to shoot when we click, so we don't want this to be muddled up. And then here we have the gun thing now. If, let me duplicate this. Yes, is equals to 3, then broadcast player shoot. So when we broadcast player shoot, our bullet will move forward towards the direction we're facing. Player shoot. So yes. Now let's go over to our map. Or why don't we just do this? When one key pressed, this one, because when we press the key 1, then we have to switch costume to we have done this programming. Switch costume to idle, and when 2 key pressed, if gun 1 is equals to 1, because it interferes with the fact. If gun 1 is equals to 1, then switch costume to gun 1. Okay, so I put this if gun 1 is equals to 1 is like, we are going to be making a box with which you will collect the gun. So if you collect the gun from the box, then you change gun 1 to 1. If you don't keep this gun 1 variable, whenever we press 2 key, we wouldn't even have collected the gun, and we would have the gun. So that's why I did it. I hope you understand. And then when everything happens, I will broadcast game over. So let me make this game over, and it will hide, because well, we have to show you win or you lose. So we've yes, and now we'll have to do the punch programming. That when flag clicked, forever, if then, let's duplicate this, but it's going to be 2 this time. Chain. Okay, so whenever we are punching and we are wait, I forgot the one thing. And we are touching the enemy. And touching enemy, that will decrease the enemy's health by -1. We don't want to increase his health, and we have to wait 1 second or it will keep on increasing it rapidly. So yeah, for player, that's the programming. Okay. So when flag clicked, switch costume to dot. Okay. So actually the way to make a scrolling map is like, what do? If you just make this map without the grid first, then if you try to increase its size, it goes to 149 and it can go to 500. So you make this dot over this blank map and then you increase its size to 500 and boom, this size also goes to 500 and our map can now be scrolling, and then we add the grid. So yeah, and switch costume to dot. Oh yeah, set size to 500%. And then we're going to be switching the costume back to map 1 and then go to back layer. Okay. And go to X0, Y0. Yeah, it has to go in the center. X0, Y0. I didn't. Oh yeah. Come on. Yeah. So basically that's what it does right now, and then we have to wait 1 second and then show. Where is it? Yeah. Wait 1 second. Go to looks. Show. Now we go to forever. So I want to make it a user-friendly game in which you can use either arrow keys or the WASD key. So if no or key. So this is for going up right now. So key up arrow or key W first. Then change Y by -5. And then change box 1 Y by, okay, so for the box it has to move along with the map, or else it's not going to work out fine. And the enemy also has to move when it moves, or the enemy will stay stuck in the same position regardless of where we go. So, and change health booster Y by -5, so it's basically the same thing. So yeah, removing everything, and then we'll duplicate it for the rest. Okay. F key down arrow or key S pressed. So we'll do it with the positive. Five. So these are the, for up and down, of course the y-axis rotates like this. So it's going to be up and down, and for x-axis it's going to be right and left. So if key A pressed, and change X for everything by 5 and vice versa. So we'll make it change Y by 5, X by 5 I mean. So we're going to change x by 5, change box 1 x by 5, change enemy x by 5, and health booster x by 5. Health booster doesn't do much because it not always is close to there, so it's an optional step for you. And then we'll duplicate it, F key G, or right arrow press. -5, -5, and -5. Now, okay, so wait, these aren't in forever. Okay, move it all. Okay, so you might have been wondering that who is going to broadcast game over, and well, the map is going to do this. So, or there are two conditions, like either enemy wins or the player, meaning you or anybody who's playing, and so it will be either. Okay, let's just watch. So the first condition is that the player loses in which player health is equals to 0 and enemy health is greater than 0, or enemy health is equals to 0 and player health is equals to greater than 0. I'm doing the greater one thing because you might not do it, but it's because they might kill each other on the same time. It's very rare, I know, but whatever. Broadcast, just to be safe, I'm doing that, and broadcast game over, and then hide. So that's it for the map, and then the box system. So the main thing about the box is that it has costume. So when we open it, it's going to switch to this gun one. So it's going to start with obviously when flag clicked. Set box 1x to 299 and set box. So what I'm going to do is set box 1x to 299 and set box 1y to 299. Let me see if I can set it to 300. Okay, so I can. Switch costume to box. So yeah, in the start it has to be a solid box. And then we will wait 1 second for the same reason I told you, the starting screen. Then forever. If then else. Okay, so this one is because whenever I'm moving it, whenever you move the box, whenever the player moves, the box one keeps on coming on the edge until you actually reach it. So to prevent this, I'm going to do, if not touching the edge, and gun 1 is equals to 0, meaning you haven't collected the gun right yet. Variables, gun 1, then show, then it will show. Okay. Else it will hide so as not to come on the edge. And then if touching player, then okay, so in Zombs Royale, if you press E, then you open the box. So if touching player, then so if it is still on the, okay, so another if then, I guess. If okay, so we'll need to have two conditions fulfilled. If key E pressed and the costume number is equals to 1, like, so we have to be in costume number 1 for this to happen. Here it is. Then switch costume to gun 1, then it will show the gun. And then it will wait 0.1 seconds or else it won't work proper. The previous game had some glitches where I have to wait with 0.1 seconds, so that's how I fixed them. And let me copy this, duplicate. Number is equals to 2 this time. So yeah, so this time set gun 1 to 1. So we have to show that we have to add the gun 1 and then we will hide because the player already has a costume in which it has the gun. So there it is. And then box 1. So when it receives game over, it will hide. And then let's move on to player bullet. Here it is. So events, when flag clicked, looks, hide, and when it receives game over, I will hide then too. And then it's real programming. So we broadcasted player shoot when we had the gun and we pressed the mouse. So go to player. Like, it will have to go to player first, and from the player it will go to the enemy. Go to player, point in direction of player. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Wait. So first you have to click player, and then you will get this direction option. And then it will show shoot. So we're going to shoot this. And repeat until touching edge. So when it touches it, it will hide eventually. So repeat until touching edge. So what to do? It will move 25 steps. I thought this was appropriate. If you don't think it is, so we can change it. And inside this, if it's touching an enemy, then it will change the enemy health. Like, it will decrease the health of the enemy, of course. So if touching enemy, change enemy health by -1. this bullet is going to hide, and here too it's going to hide. When it's touching edge, it's going to hide. So that is it. And then we come to our own enemy. It has only one costume. So when I receive game over, then hide. So events when flag clicked. Okay, so we have to put the enemy in a random position for us to find. Enemy X, enemy Y. And we don't have to make him out of the place, so it's gonna be negative 300 to 300. And instead of doing this, I'll just duplicate this. And finally, the actual programming. When flag clicked. Oh wait. We have to move him to the position. What's the use of setting enemy X and enemy Y if it's not going there? So motion, forever go to X, enemy X, go to Y, enemy Y, and point towards blur. So yes, on one flag click, set enemy health to 10. I think it's better to keep the same health, but if one of them turns out to be very strong, so you can change it. 10, I guess. And then wait 1 second. For yeah, so it also showed the problem of coming on the edge. So if not touching the edge, it will show. Oh, it's an if then else. Okay, I forgot. So go to control, if then else, if not touching edge, then show broadcast. So yeah, if it's not touching edge, it means it is within the player's range, and it will broadcast a message, enemy shoot. So like we did for player shoot, this is going to be the same, and we'll wait 1 second. We don't want it to keep on shooting like mad. And else looks hide. As for the enemy bullet, okay, so for this it will be one flag clicked for the enemy bullet, hide. We don't want it to keep on showing, and when it receives game over, it will hide. So when I receive enemy shoot, so when it is broadcasted, yeah. So go to enemy, point in direction of enemy. Here it is. Fencing. First you have to change the player, or else it won't show the direction thing. And then you'll go to show. It's basically the same thing. Repeat until touching edge. Event, no, control. Repeat until touching edge. Move 25 steps, the same thing. 25. If touching player, then I think this is going to make the enemy like auto aiming is good, so it might make the enemy stronger. That's just my opinion. You can go check this game if you think it is really strong by -1, and we don't need to make this wait 1 second because we have already set the broadcasting to happen after a second, so yes. And for the enemy bullet, it is done. First we'll do the backdrop. The health box isn't very important. So for the backdrops, the code will be okay. So when flag clicked, looks switch backdrop to thumbnail. Wait 1 second. Backdrop 1. Yeah. So we'll wait 1 second. And we'll switch backdrop to backdrop 1. Events when I receive game over. This is going to be a long one. So if, and then we're going to use the and one equals to 0 greater than 0. Variables, player health, enemy health. Switch backdrop to backdrop 3, I guess. Yeah, 3. So we're going to switch the variables and make it backdrop 2. It should work now. Let's go. Where is the box though? Or the enemy? Let's go find out. Wait, where is it shooting? Let me fix this problem. And I can't find the enemy box either. Okay, so I think it's a problem with the enemy ball. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Enemy. Direction, and then what's the problem with this box? And I think I have missed a block. Yeah, I haven't said where it has to go to. Let's try it now. So I'm gonna press E, and then 2. So where are you, enemy? Reveal yourself. Okay. Let me dodge the shots. I lost. So I hope you liked this video, guys. And in another video, I'm going to show you how to make the sprites and the backdrops, etc. So thanks for watching.